Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Irish Warhammer podcast. New Warhammer 2.5.
2.5, yeah. I am David McCarthy. It's good to be here with you, Flood, again.
And yes, you too.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was different to our normal intro. You've
Well, yeah,
rattled me.
I know, but we're on our second episode now of the Core Rules new updated 11th edition Warhammer 40k. Thanks for dropping in again, and if you would like to hear the very phase by phase changes, we've covered that in episode 4.
Episode 4, yes.
Episode 4.
Yeah.
So now we finished up on the fight phase,
End
right?
of the fight phase.
End of the fight phase, yeah. So
we did our uppy downy.
We're back. And what are we going to talk about first?
Right, we're going to have a look at strats, because there's quite a lot of change here.
Yeah.
And quite a lot of implication then from the change.
Of course, especially with Battleshock being changed.
Yes.
And what is the biggest change?
You can't stack strats anymore.
Yes, that is it.
So, again, this is something we're used to from AOS, but big change for 40k. There were some units where you were just like, oh, I'm going to pop smoke, I'm going to armor
Minus
of
1
contempt,
damage,
I'm
transhuman, everything.
That's it. It was like that. There was a whole blur of rules, and it was like, you can't touch me. Or, I'm going to do so much damage, you can't stop it. Or all sorts of, everybody got to feel like Eldar for a while with all their space elf.
You had no resources, and then the next turn you just got absolutely dumpstered, right?
With all their space elf bull something.
Yeah.
Because we're a family-friendly podcast.
We are indeed. We're a PG podcast.
That's
So we're going to start with our strats. So we have 3 different types of strats now in terms of the color coding on the dock that we got. So we got a green, which is both player turns, a blue, which was your own, and a red is your opponent's turn.
Yeah. Very simple. They kind of got rid of that, what were they, strategic strats? And,
exactly, right. So it's very easy just to look at it quickly and be like, okay, that's when that happens.
You know when these happen, yeah. So I think you're going to have to be more careful about what you use. I think the big ones, things like command reroll, you're not just going to use it willy-nilly, because then it locks out your unit for the phase for using more commands. So it's,
and I think really importantly with that, like command reroll in the phase, a lot of strats say in detachments where you get advance and charge, you might not be able to command reroll that charge now if you'd activate it in the same phase.
That's it. So it's worth keeping an eye out for when your strat triggers.
Triggers, yeah. We have other ones like Epic Challenge, the same with getting precision.
Yeah, but again now, so I think this is more important, considering that what this is going to do is it's going to put those attacks or that group with the character when you're making the saves to the top. So they're going to be the first ones. They're going to be sucking up all those 1s and 2s that you roll.
Yeah, that quantity of dice rolling that happens that you wouldn't want, that you could divvy out essentially.
Yeah, so I suppose shout out to the Archons out there with their 2+ invulnerable saves.
Yeah.
Still not,
all right.
Don't want to be precisioning at them.
No. But your Flux Master that gives you all your nice buffs or something like that, your debuffs to your Pinkari unit, you're going to want to get rid of them, right?
It. And I suppose it's important to note that while it's not in the fight phase rules, it is a little bit further down in the additional rules, is that when you target a unit with your combat attacks, until that unit's combat attacks are resolved, any effects from characters like Feel No Pains from Sang Priests, things like that, are going to be active. So if you precision out the Sang Priest, you're going to have that Feel No Pain until the end of
the attack is
until
finished,
the end of that activation.
Yeah. Insane Bravery. We're going to see this a lot more, I think.
Yeah, and still once per battle, so I think this is going to be even more important to get your time right. You've got one shot at this, and it's potentially going to give you protection from your unbattle shocking through big for those leadership 7 armies, Tau, Guard, and important for Tyranids who are going to wander out of Synapse range. Could be very important there. that said, their synapse, if it stays the same, will be really, really good at getting stuff out of battle shock as well. It's unlikely to be battle shocked, and then very likely to unbattle shock.
Yeah, I think as well. Just all that battle shock mechanic. I love seeing that, and the once per battle is quite big. It's still the same, right? So.
It'll be. My gut is that battle shock is going to be much more impactful in this edition,
and come up in games a lot.
And
more.
that is going to be a good thing
for lots of armies,
because there is far too much of things standing on circles and not being able to be moved or affected. Now,
we're hidden, especially.
Now it'll be things standing in terrain and being cover and being that little bit harder and not being as reliable in having your battle shock on or off. You know, those effects where you're battle shocked in your opponent's turn and then it was clearing at the start of your command phase. You didn't really care about a lot of those.
Yeah.
Those were there for things like Tyranids to get their Neurolictors giving +1 to wound, and
Plague Legion is a good example.
Exactly.
For that. Yeah.
You know, so now just got to be a little bit more careful.
Careful where you use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now on to one of my favorite ones is maybe Tyranids will get grenades with explosives.
Explosives.
So grenades have changed to explosives. You still have the grenade keyword, but now some units in the game will have the explosive keyword. And it's still the same, 4 dice, 6 dice
on
4
fours.
ups, on 4s,
for a mortal wound.
Yeah.
Good. So this is just a way of giving it to other armies that didn't have it. That's a good change.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, really good. And then we're back to tank shock.
Tank shock, or as
Crushing
it's called
impact.
now, crushing impact.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Yeah, you're not liking this.
No.
I was like, oh, great. I get to run in with my Guo and be like, oh, you're going to take mortals. But David forgot to read the last sentence there.
Yeah, so you take a mortal if you roll a 1. So if 1s you take mortal, 2 to 4 nothing happens, 5 and 6
you inflict the mortal.
you inflict a mortal.
Yeah. And you roll number of dice equal to your toughness characteristic, which was the same.
It was the same.
Yeah.
That was changed during 10th edition from strength to toughness. So I suppose it's nice to have this in a list that didn't have access to something like tank shock before. It might be okay with things that have a feel no pain or regeneration, where you're not as worried about it, but I just don't like doing damage to myself potentially in my own turn for what I don't think here is really a huge gain. Now, interestingly, you could stack this with a Slanesh Demon Prince.
Yes, of course, yeah.
But I have heard a little rumbling that the Slanesh Demon Prince is just going to get a use of this strat for free.
For free.
Which means...
I think he's had his time.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
Well, albeit sad, I have been destroyed by those guys. Or gals.
Triple belly flop.
Yeah, triple belly flop. Yeah. So this is just good. I mean, you're doing essentially, if you have, like, if you're rolling 12 dice, you're inflicting 4 mortals to take 2, essentially.
Yeah. If you were an army before that was tank shocking a lot, you're not going to enjoy this one.
No.
If you were an army before that didn't have access to tank shock, this is useful in a pinch.
I wonder will we see any units that kind of go with this strat and they remove the damage portion to themselves. Maybe they have, better chitin or better plates. Maybe I'd be interested to see if that comes up like that.
You could be tank shocking with broadsides now. They have a 4-up feel no pain against mortal wounds.
Oh, fantastic!
So that's
it's
just their ability. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's hope that goes. Tau charging across the board with the new fly rules.
Yeah.
A lot easier to get through.
Broadsides fly. I had to go check that out. And broadsides fly.
Oh, does they actually?
Yeah.
Wait, the big rail gun dudes?
No, so basically all the battle suits fly.
Oh, great. Okay, great.
So
I'm
even
never
the big,
playing
even
against
the
that.
big, the broadside, the medium guys, are the handheld rail guys.
That's what I mean. They're handheld, big sniper dudes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gundam dudes. Okay, so moving on to some other ones. We still have Ingress. We have it's now the 8-inch away because the new
So
zoning.
Rapid Ingress still there, still does the same thing. It's going to be
use in every game.
Equally as useful. It's harder to screen out now. I think those units like infiltrators, geomancers, Darkside. Is he the Tau guy?
He's the Tau dude. Farsight, no.
No. There's a little guy.
The commander guy,
little
Pathfinder.
Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're going to be more useful because they have that extra range. Whether they'll gel with the rest of the stuff.
Of course, yeah, we have to wait and see for
Wait
that,
and
right?
see.
And then we have Fire Overwatch, I suppose, is now the end of the movement phase.
Brilliant change.
Yep.
So this
It's going to
just-
make the game quicker again. If we
Same.
revert to episode 1, a lot of the stuff we thought was making the game more fluid, faster, better playing experience for one player, probably.
you just get on with your movement. There's no, do you want to Overwatch? No, okay, moving on. Do you want to Overwatch?
Yeah,
Or people swapping back for having to think about Overwatch. No, go on. Or forgetting to Overwatch. Oh, I meant to Overwatch there if they moved.
Yeah.
That's it. Don't worry about it.
But then Overwatching got a nerf in terms of no rerolls, and it's 6s as
Yes,
well from snap shooting.
So always 6s, I suppose, except if you've got a
Flamer?
rule. No. If you've got a rule like the Doomstalkers and Necrons.
Okay.
The Thousand Sun Defilers. They have set values. Tyrannid, Hiveguard. They
hit better
They
on
can
a
do
snap
in
shooting.
5s and even down to 4s in certain
Okay,
situations.
yeah. But
Yeah.
no rerolls. So we're
But
not getting
no
out
rerolls.
to the moment did and deleted in
No, and
the armor
no
movement phase.
subterranean assault in for Tyranids with their reroll ones.
Yeah. Okay, and then so that's a pretty big change.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna make it's gonna speed things up. You're not gonna worry as much about what moves when. This combined with the ingress in your own turn being at any point during it, you just do it. You won't have to be worrying about as much in the sort of the pre-measuring, where things are going down, when things are moving up. You'll just be able to get on with your movement phase and then, pass it over to your opponent. Do you want to do anything? Yes or no?
Yeah.
And they'll have time to think when you're
Of course.
doing
Yeah. And then we still have smoke.
it. Smoke is there, renamed Smoke Screen, so this probably just, makes it more generic.
Start of your opponent's shooting phase now. As well. I'm not sure if it was before.
Hadn't spotted that. No.
Yeah, so
no.
you have to activate this initially in the shooting phase as a defensive thing, which previously it was if you were targeted, you could then react to that, right?
Right, so until the end of the phase, each time an attack targets either your smoke unit or a unit that is not fully visible to the attacking unit because of one or more models in your smoke unit.
You can hide behind it.
You can hide behind it.
Oh, I like that.
I like that.
That's narrative.
That is going to... That's harkening back to editions of old where...
Oh, really?
Yeah. Definitely in 5th edition, you could, if you had 2 rows of guys, the guys behind were in cover if shot through the front unit.
Oh, a little harken back to that.
And
Okay.
cover them was a 4-up save. Well, basically a 4-up invulnerable save.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
It was very...
Wow. This is cool.
This is cool.
It's balanced in a way. It's gotten a buff with giving it to
Yeah.
other units. There's synergy there, but also you have to declare this. You got to put your cards on the table and say, "I'm spending my CP."
Yeah. Your empty rhinos, your what's the name of that Tyranid one? It was in the box set, in the Leviathan box set.
Tyrannosaurus.
Psychophage.
Oh, Psychophage. Yeah, the smoky unit.
He's got smoke.
He has smoke.
Yeah,
Very cool.
he has the smoke keyword. So
Interesting. Cool.
this
I like it.
is going to be good. You're going to be able to block up those lanes, shooting lanes,
and
then-
screening units might have some smoke there too.
So here's your one for where the guy can't get in and tow the piece of terrain to see through it. You set up your empty rhino at this point, pop smoke, boom. You've got a whole load of cover for things behind it that mightn't necessarily have got
And
it.
cover being -1 to your ballistic skill is a lot better than it was previously, I think. Very different.
It's different.
Yeah.
So there's-
Better for my demons anyway.
If you have invulnerable saves, great, you want this all day.
Yeah.
If you had really good armor saves, you probably preferred the extra save.
Stacking is just so
But
crazy.
if you were somewhere in the middle, it's probably much of a muchness.
Yeah. Okay. On to one that has changed a fair amount, I think, is Heroic Intervention. It's gotten some extra stuff.
So there's 2 modes.
2 modes. Haven't seen that like this before.
No, so this is very... This is like... So there were certain detachments that were getting a counter-charge ability. And this now is giving everybody kind of access to that.
Yeah.
So your first mode is you're selecting to charge... something has been charged and...
The old way, essentially.
The old
Within
way.
6 and charging.
Yeah. Now...
We have an ability called Into the Fray now.
Into the Fray is the second mode. This
2
is
CP.
2 CP, yeah. So this is another one of these things. So some of the strats have a 2 CP mode and a 1 CP mode. So the 2 CP mode on this one is you make a charge roll, you just make a charge roll, and
One of ours too, yeah.
it's capped at 6, and then you charge something within 6. So it doesn't. Your opponent doesn't have to have charged something nearby. You can just charge them with a non-vehicle
Within 12,
unless
you
it's a
have to get
character
charged.
walker.
Yeah. So you can essentially have your 5 intercessors and a lone op guy beside them. They get charged by some Hormagaunts. You can then charge off 6 the opposite direction to tag the gargoyles that were standing there beside the lone op guy.
Yeah, so
Good activations.
this is
Trading. It's good for trading.
Yeah,
It's just good.
it's
in my
good. So you're going to have to just be super careful when your opponent has 2 CP and it's your charge phase. You don't want to be when it's your movement phase. You don't want to be ending things within 6 if you can help it.
Yes, that's always. I was
Yeah.
literally thinking that myself while I was reading it before you even said it. Was your units don't actually have to get charged to activate into
Not
the
the
fray.
second bit. No.
Yeah,
No.
which is big.
So this is
So body blocking with your gargoyles again. You take your 30 gargoyles. I have been onion layer blocked in by 30 gargoyles before. That just you're gonna have to stay 7 away.
Yeah.
So you're not blocking as effectively, right?
Exactly. No, it's harder to jump those
And
gargoyles.
it's 2 CP, which is a lot.
And the gargoyles are going to be in that 9-inch circle
In
as
that
well.
weird
Yeah.
Pythagoras theorem
Yeah.
coherency thing, yeah.
But yeah, so this is going to be really big. I suppose we've seen this already in Spectacle of Spite, which has been very popular for Drukhari in the last 6 months. And it really makes some hard choices for your opponent. Even just by having the 2 CP, you don't have to do the charge move. And sometimes you don't really want to make the charge move. But if you can threaten the charge move...
It's all about making your opponent into weird decisions, right? Getting
That's
in their
it.
head.
That's it.
Your favourite one to play.
Drukhari have been playing into this, and like even just a few witches sitting on an objective, and it's like, do you want to come on and challenge us for this with the potential of being countercharged? Do you just charge them anyway? And maybe
Then they're doing what they want to do.
Maybe they're pulling you out of positioning by doing that. Maybe they want you to just go, all right, I'm going to be charged, so I'm just going to charge you first. But
Amazing change.
This
Really
one is
cool.
going to be really fun, and I think this is one where people are going to have to watch out for that, like, kind of gotcha move. You're always going to have to be conscious about any unit ending within 6 of anything, really, because there's some of those durable shooting units that'll just be like, cool, I'm just going to go into you and tie you up, not on an objective.
Yes.
And if I stop you going near that objective for a turn or two, huge success.
Huge success. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. We then still have the 2 CP counter-offensive to interrupt, essentially.
Yeah. So, not quite what it was because of the fight first change.
Yes.
So fights first now effectively becomes a free counter-offensive without having to use it. That your active player will fight with one of their units, and then if you as the defending player has a fight first unit, you'll be able to activate that unit then. Will this just end up being people fight into the opponent's fight first unit?
I think it probably will, yeah.
Like,
yeah, it will.
I was thinking, like, that's where I'd start my combat.
Exactly, yeah.
Now,
yeah.
if you have 2 fights first unit,
then you're in a realm of potential.
That's different, but
I'd much rather be spending my CP on Into the Fray, the 2 CP for that. Just getting in, trading, like, yeah, it's awesome. It's
something I've just thought about.
Yep.
And we might need to look into this deeper. Heroic intervention doesn't say you don't get a charge bonus. Now, has charge bonus gone away for 11th? Is it just that units that charge strike first?
It's, yeah.
Cool. So you will be in the
strike first bracket.
Fight first bracket there with her heroic intervention.
I think it's that bold of charge.
Charge.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Okay, so some good
really
changes
like
there.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I suppose we're into probably one of the triarchy of how to score your points. Kill stuff, take terrain, and perform.
Actions. So, again, not a lot of change here. Just really simple. Just nice layout. Tells you everything you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Something that is worth noting here that we didn't get in the other episode is OC, when you're battle shocked, changes to dash, and you can't modify a dash.
Yes, yeah. If anything ever starts with 0 or dash, it can never be modified. Like my Nurglings, unfortunately.
So worth noting. So those couple of enhancements and things, they like +1 to OC. I think Hammer of Averni has one.
Banners, some stuff with
banners.
That,
so that won't work anymore.
No, that's a big change.
Yeah,
big one. Okay, and then we have there's just a kind of a tester one version to show you how it's written, and then I suppose we're already into we talked about in the last episode frame models, moving stuff. There's you should go and check out episode 4 for that in-depth discussion. We also talked about disembark moving and the hazardous part of that, and how you can be forced into that type of stuff, right?
Yeah. And then, I suppose, as you were saying about scoring, the destroy part is a big part and has a subtle but very important change in that when you attach those characters to a unit, they are 1 unit, so you're not getting 3 kills for wiping out a unit with 2 characters in it.
With an apothecary and a captain in it. Yeah.
You're getting 1.
You're getting 1. Oh, that's big.
That is 1 no prisoners instead of old 3 no prisoners.
Yeah. Oh, juicy. Look at all those points walking around. I just saw numbers.
So it makes a big difference for things and armies that revolve around killing things. So Drukhari, that's a big change for them.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be
less points for what they wanted to do, right?
That they're going to get less of those pain tokens.
Oh, yes.
They are going to be... I think you've had a Chronos in nearly every list. We might be seeing 2 Chronos in lists
just for that generation,
to keep the spread, be refunding those points in different places.
Cool, awesome.
So that is just something to be aware of. I suppose just keep going down with these bits that are in the things.
Reserves are half,
and repositioned units. So your uppy downy things now have a very clear flow for when
they're placed,
when and what, and how you come in and out of strategic reserves, and when you're destroyed, or
notably 8 away now.
Yes, and the 8 away. Yeah. Surge moves have had a clean up. So you don't need to be picking through your surge moves to be like, oh, is this a lose a wound one? Is this lose a guy one?
Yeah.
All surge moves are the same.
Awesome. Just streamlining again. Upping the speed, flow. Yeah, it's just really good ebb and flow here. I like it.
Yeah. So it's clean. You do the move as the distance stated in your In your army rule or your unit rule, they'll have like surge something, and yeah, they just move.
Great. Awesome. Okay. Flying models, amazing change. We've talked about that already. You can take the disguise. You're going to get to use your big boys and gals a lot better now. Possibly my favourite change.
It's going to open up a lot of opportunities for just using models, and that's always a good thing.
And we're just going down now through the other rules and abilities, but probably the biggest one for many armies in the game is Magnus did nothing wrong. Psychic abilities.
What's changed? What's changed?
Oh, I'm just so excited about this. So psychic weapons or abilities, it's notably psychic attacks on ranged weapons, cannot be modified in any way on their hit or wound roll.
That's very handy.
That is awesome. So all psychic weapons just got ignores cover, but now better than that, your your AP2 rubric bolters now just ignore hit mods, and they still have their AP2. They're not just AP1 now. Or your Magnus, your Lords of Change. We'll be very interested to see what they do with their ability, because they could pick ignores cover previously. Now they're just hitting on 2s always. Even their battle damaged ability doesn't affect them.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I think Thousand Suns big winners here.
Grey Knights.
Do they
have
have much in the way of
side cannons,
shooting,
silencers, and not just flamers. Like big,
yeah.
lots of AP2, 3, 2.
Yeah, I had to stop and have a think there. It's been a long time since I played Grey Knights.
Yeah. But just all your little sword, like it just, it's just a great change. I really like it. It gives them a really beneficial thing where they're not just a detriment, because near the end of 10th they were nearly a detriment in some cases.
Yeah, the only things that really were interacting with them were rules that gave defenses against them.
4+ feel no pains, or better imbuls, or increased damage against a psyker model. So really excited about that change. I think it's going to be very big.
So we might see some more psychers hitting the battlefield.
Yeah,
if they're
Scintillating Legion, let's go!
And other units that we might see hitting the battlefield
are aircraft.
Yeah.
Tell us about aircraft.
I love aircraft. I think they're great. So they've really only got like one big change here, is they only can make ingress moves. And then at the end of your opponent's turn, they do an uppy downy and go off the table. So they come in your turn, shoot.
Wow, the strafe.
Then they hang around in your opponent's turn, gives them a chance to shoot them down, and then they go away, and then they appear somewhere else.
That could be fun.
That could be fun.
That could be really fun. I like that.
Really hoping.
Flesh hounds with guns.
yeah. I'm really hoping that some of the points come down on these things.
Some amazing models in there.
These are some of the best models that are there.
Yeah.
And it'd be really nice to get some of these on the table. I would really like to play my Harpies. I have a pair of Harpies that I had.
Oh, remember they were an absolute terror in 9th. I remember that. My God,
they were super.
Oh, Crimson Hunter, cool, such a cool model.
Yeah.
So really excited about that. That could be really fun.
Notably, even though they're high up, they don't get plunging fire. Presume this is just a bit of a
balancing thing.
Bit of balancing.
I don't really want to get shot by potentially a Psyker filled Storm Raven gunship in Grey Knights that gets +1 ballistic skill.
I think what we'll find here is, because these are going to be maneuverable and get into places where they want to be to shoot, that a lot of the time you're going to be in a position where units won't have cover against these things.
Yeah.
So
the arcing fire, right?
It won't make a huge difference. I think.
So they have to go up, right?
Yes.
So we're probably gonna. You can't move after doing the ingress move.
Correct.
So we're probably gonna lose like practically every bombing rule.
That is a problem. Yeah.
So that's interesting. I wonder how they're going to interact with that, because, a Void Raven bomber, what is he going to do now?
I would not be surprised if they have some sort of minimum move in type ability.
Yeah, come down, move.
Just or appear and something, or listen,
Pick a unit
those
when
rules
they
that
enter
don't,
within 9.
that's
it
it.
does
Those,
damage.
those
Yeah.
rules that don't work
Yeah.
anymore are going to be fixed. There's going to be a huge FAQ
Yeah,
on a lot of this stuff. It's I suppose it's not really worth going into massive depth about a lot of the
What could be.
what could be.
Very excited about that, though.
That's
look
great.
at those photos. Oh, there he is.
There's
the
a
Crimson Hunter.
super.
Okay.
So then, bit of a clean up on core abilities.
Yep.
Um,
You can no longer scout and infiltrate.
You can no longer scout and infiltrate. So
You're going to have to stay in your territory to scout move.
yeah, your Montcaz had a little bit of a reduction, which is all right. Space Marine Scouts are not quite as good as they were.
Yeah.
They're still
I'm
pretty
okay
good.
with that.
They're still, I mean, still look okay.
We got
good-
a new
it's good
one
to have-
too, though. We got Cleave, which is Combat Blast.
Combat Blast.
Love this.
So this is going to work in melee exactly the same way as Blast, but in a nice way change. You're going to have like Blast X. So this gives a lot of scope for weapons that are very blasty to have more blast per 5 guys than they do now.
Yeah, like a two-handed Great Axicorn opposed to a whip. Like,
So that could have like Cleave 2 or 3.
2 or 3, yeah, exactly, yeah. Really, really like this. We still have all our anti stuff. We have normal blast. We have Cleave, which is obviously new. Love that. And yeah,
It's just going to allow good design space.
yep. Very clear as well how it's written here.
Yeah, that's something about all of these is the layouts and the wording have been done really nicely. Pistol has been updated to close quarters, so we'll now have close quarters weapons, which again it just expands the design space. So this is a good change. This is a good rule. You can put it on things that aren't pistols. You don't have to have strats and abilities.
Modeling and stuff like that,
But
yeah.
even you don't need strats and abilities that are like, oh, your weapon now counts as a pistol. It's like, boom, you get close quarters.
Yeah, great.
Simple.
It's streamlining again. It's
Yeah.
just a common denominator in all these rules. We still have Deadly Demise in there, Dev Wounds. Notably now, you can choose if you have lethal devs to not proc the lethals.
Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. So
Yeah.
get out your spreadsheets and you'll be able to start working away on working out if in the different situations with toughnesses and vulnerable saves, whether it's better to go lethal or roll it over and try for that dev wound. I can probably gut feeling says that if you have lethals, because it's only on 6s and dev wounds is only on 6s as base, you probably just want to keep those lethals and
Because you have more chances to activate them.
Yeah.
Unless you have, maybe you might have crit 5s on lethal, so you're always going to take that then.
maybe but if you're going into anti infantry 3+ on like a lot of the Drukari weapons,
And it's a lot of bodies, whereas a
Yeah.
Demon Prince, you're probably going to want the dev with the save.
yeah. Well, anti and the dev, you don't want the lethals because you
Yeah,
can go
you don't
into the
want
dev to
lethals,
get the
yeah.
mortals through. So that's
That's a good little change.
that is a good little change. Anything that gives
And
players,
I'm okay with it because they've streamlined so many other parts of the game where making those decisions, you will, I think, have time to do that.
So what's one of the interesting bits and the reasons that I really like this dev wounds and lethals and sustained or the lethals interaction is if your opponent doesn't know the stats on this, this is another opportunity for your opponent to make a mistake where you don't have anything to do with it.
Yes.
So
like that.
I am a big fan of that. I think
You love doing that.
I love doing that. I like knowing, and then knowing myself whether it's time for lethals, it's time for sustained. That choice is one that you get fairly often.
It's just target priority.
Now it'll be. Do you want lethals? Do you want devs? What are the situations? Whether it's better, and that's just one bit where player skill and player knowledge can be
Expression
used
can be so much better.
Can be used to pull ahead there.
Yeah, brilliant.
Um,
Extra attacks, similar.
similar but slightly different.
Okay.
there's nothing here stopping you getting extra attacks.
Okay, clarify.
Currently in 10th, extra attacks attack characteristic could not be modified.
Okay.
It doesn't say that here. So maybe that's something that'll be tacked on later.
Yeah.
But as it stands now...
So we're talking about like stratagems for extra AP or
No,
something like that?
just extra attacks.
Just extra
So
attacks.
if you had a strat that gave you +1 attack, and you had a guy with a Lord Exultant with a Power Spear and his Whip of Rapture or Torment or something, that had 6 attacks, and that was it. You could never modify the 6 attacks.
Oh, but now if you do your Super Saiyan mode, you can get extra attacks on that potentially.
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome.
So whether that's
very nice economy there.
Whether that's intended or not, it's just something I spotted. We've talked about fights first. Feeling of pain is the same.
Hazardous. We discussed in episode 1.
Yes.
A lot more deadly.
On
monsters especially.
Yes.
Heavy, great change.
Heavy is a great change.
Love this.
So now you can move a little bit.
Yep. A combat range of AOS, 3 inches, right?
Listen, I am all for keeping a heavy move of 3 and keeping that +1 to hit. So this is going to be huge with things like Doomsday Arcs, Ravagers, your long boys, where you can move 3, pivot for free, poke out that side, and have your heavy +1 to hit bonus, especially in the world of -1 to ballistic skill cover. This is going to be really good.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's great. You're just getting to use your models in a way that you couldn't before, and it was always a bit sad when you had a really cool heavy weapon where you couldn't actually benefit from that unless you stood out in the open.
And that's what that to get heavy, you often needed to be standing somewhere where you really didn't want to stand.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So,
Infiltrate is the same. It's just 8 away. Hover.
Yeah. So if you
cool.
hover, you don't need to subtract the 2 for Take to the Skies from your movement distance. So that makes those little
land speeders. Do they hover or do they fly?
Well, this is a brand new keyword, so we're going to have to wait and see where it appears.
Oh, this is brand new?
Or, sorry. Land speeders are brand new, so we'll have to see where they appear.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's on the existing land speeders. I think this is mostly on those little flyers like the interceptors and things like that Space Marines have.
Okay, maybe, yeah. Maybe like a Void, a Venom, potentially. Might have something like that. Maybe transport, a little... Or would that fly, do you think? We'll have to wait and see.
Well, it'll have to have fly and hover to get the benefit of it.
Yeah, get the benefit.
So
yeah.
We'll see where that ends up.
Oh, yes, because it has to take the disguise. Yes, has to have that. Have access to has to fly,
yeah. But indirect fire, GW do not want you to play indirect fire.
Oh, boy.
This is the new aircraft.
This is the new aircraft. That's a great
Please do not take indirect fire. Please do not use indirect fire.
No, Kairos. I'm so sad about you.
Basically, you need a spotting unit now.
Yes.
And that's not great. Otherwise, so
that's really not
6s to hit. And you can't use rerolls. No. I mean,
no rerolls of any kind. Yeah.
So, like, what?
What?
I don't know. I mean, you had Desolators, the Space Marine guys,
and the Spartan unit it just gets you to 4s, right?
Or 4s.
4s or 5s. Yeah.
So you can be 4s to hit with no rerolls, and then if nothing can see them, 6s to hit with no rerolls. So like the only thing that was sort of doing okay with this was like Desolators with Oath of the Moment.
Oh, the Ghostbuster dudes. Yeah.
It's just like, well, no. So look, this is, if your indirect fire is a good weapon, shoot it directly. If your indirect fire weapon is not a particularly good weapon for direct fire, leave them at home. Visibility is so much easier to get now, so just poke out through a building and shoot somebody. There are probably just better options. Unless this stuff gets big points drops. like, would you pay 200 points for Desolators? No. Would you pay 100 points for Desolators?
Probably.
Maybe
To fish for
crack rockets.
Yeah, just on a back unit potentially.
Maybe. I mean, then you're counting the indirect fire as bonus,
Yeah.
and or you're shooting it directly at something. Maybe
Lethal hits as well with their indirect fire.
Yeah, but still, you're only hitting on 6s. You've no reroll.
You've no rerolls at all. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's allowed. Lone Up, has that had any change? I don't believe so.
Well, you've got Lone Up X now.
Yes.
So, this will be much more customizable, more design space.
Yeah, which is great. We're going to see different types of it. Always cool. Melta got to change though, right?
Melta got to change.
Yep.
Melta now adds when you're working out your damage characteristic at the start.
Yes.
So,
if it gets reduced to 0, like a blank,
or the -1s from other things, from a blank, or halved. There's still halves available on the Grav Captain. Yeah, so you'll be reducing. You won't be adding in that Melta bonus on top, which is.
So you add your Melta bonus, and then all that happens.
Then all your modifications happens.
Yeah.
So that is simpler to understand.
Yes, it's just easier. Again, streamlining.
Anything where you have to go through multiple FAQs and multiple pages in the rule book is a badly written rule.
And is not our friend.
And that was the old Melta rule. When I was first getting back into playing and playing with my Catan, I was like, why is Melta hurting me? And it took ages sitting down with books and FAQs trying to work it out.
Yeah.
And that's
multiple documents. Not cool.
Poor game design. Simple rule, excellent. You know,
I'm really enjoying all that we're seeing here. Precision we spoke about in episode 1.
It's just, again, language cleaned up to say you put the character group to the front of the queue for the taking the wounds.
Psychic, rapid fire is the same. Psychic, obviously, we spoke about is a big change. Just go to Psychic there again. Just it obviously says Bliss skill and weapon skill. Any modifiers just to the hit roll, so it doesn't affect your wounds, right?
Okay, right. So your transhuman effects are still going to be there, but listen, you know, not suffering weapon skill or ballistic skill is a big deal. That's especially with what the cover is now. Speaking of cover, stealth is just benefit of cover. Not as good. No. Handy to have, but hopefully we'll see points drops on some of our stealthier things out there to accommodate this, because it's just, it's okay. A keyword to look out for will be support.
Character.
So this will be how you attach in those support characters
quite literally
at list building. So
sustain, similar, twin linked, same, torrent, same.
Yeah, there was a little bit of worrying about Lance and Twin Linked having swapped or changed a thing, but they're the same. Lance is the +1 to wound. Twin Linked is the reroll to wound. Great. Twin Linked weapons are great. They're still great. Rerolling.
I love rerolls, man.
Rerolling anything ups that.
It's fun.
It's not that it's. Don't stop saying the F word. It's reliable and consistent.
Yeah.
That's why we like rerolls. So we
spoke about starting strength already, so I think we're down through it now.
That is
mostly, apart from the big one, which is terrain.
Will we have a chat about terrain?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so
I think it's pretty clear on the doc as well. So when you're listening to this, maybe you're looking through the doc as well. There's some really good diagrams on how it works. Essentially, on the terrain itself, on the area of it, there's 3 potential types of terrain on it. So you have your dense, your light, and forgive me on the last one, is
exposed.
Exposed, yeah. Sorry, dense, light, and exposed. Yeah.
And
So they're the categories.
They're the categories. Exposed doesn't do anything. Light is like the stuff you can just step over. Can't be any higher than 2 inches.
It's like
dense,
a pipe.
Dense is what we've been playing with for the last 3 years.
Yep.
It's L-shaped runes with floors, doors, windows.
Never can see through the window
And
now, though.
now that is another really nice change. Is we have a rule called solid. So this was something that caught people out at times. It was like, oh, are we playing WTC rules for the bottom floor windows being blocked or not? And
Yeah.
if you hadn't had a talk about it at the start of a game, or if someone hadn't
That
read
could really
fully,
come up and be nasty a little
yeah.
bit, I found. That has happened to me in the past.
Yeah. So some rule packs had it written in, or were using
It was
WTC,
there, wasn't it? Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But you know, not everybody reads a rule pack. Yeah.
Not us.
And yeah, so this
Great
is
little change,
This
like
is
that.
just a rule. It's in there.
And terrain are our objectives now,
Terrain
which
is
we're going
our
to get into in
objectives.
further episodes.
Yeah.
But very nice diagrams here. Also, if you're if a infantry unit is standing up on a raised bit of terrain, they do get if it's above 3 inches, they get the
plunging fire.
plunging fire.
Yeah.
Maybe won't come up, but maybe on your, I don't know, your ad mech tech priest with the new enhancement they revealed, and he gets a laser beam eye laser. Getting that +1 blitz skill could be good. Who knows?
So something to note though about the combat phase in these ruins is you can potentially stop yourself from being charged by big models.
Yes.
If you line up in such a way that the model would not be able to get into base to base because of the floors poking out or the walls extending out, and it can't physically place there without standing on anything, it won't be able to go there.
To make the charge. It's kind of like the old wall rule with the 1 inch.
Yeah.
Whereas the engagement range of 2 inches now has stopped that from happening, in a way.
It stopped going through walls, blocking how to happen, but there are other ways now
to manipulate
use
that,
by putting guys just under pieces of roof and forming sort of conga lines around. So that's just one to watch out for.
And I think what I really liked with this when I was looking at this part of the podcast was, you know, it's very, very clear here. I think if I was saying to anybody like myself, know these couple of pages inside out. Would you agree?
Yeah. This
is your objectives. This is how we're going to score points now.
And they've shown this stuff very clearly. This is a much better rules document than before. I mean, even 10th wasn't bad, but it had bits where you were jumping from like movement to other rules, and then with the FAQs that went on top, it was difficult at times to navigate. So now I feel this is much better, and hopefully they keep this as a living document and update and change it. And I think that is where we are going to finish for today. So that is our finish of our 2-part on
Dive.
The new core rules.
Yep. Of new 40k 2.5.
And we are going to be back to you soon with more new 40k.
Yep. And hopefully we're going to be tackling the new disposition.
The dispositions,
system, which is something I'm very excited about. I think it's, as you said in the previous episode, it's revolutionary. I think what they've done for loads of aspects in terms of like teams, pairings, matrices, all of that. It could be a nightmare for some of those things, but still, it adds such a new flavour to it.
Yep.
So once again, guys, thanks for dropping in. It's great to be talking about 40k, Flood. I'm really enjoying it.
Yep. And if you have any feedback or suggestions, or want us to give a shout out for any events coming up, please email us at theirishwarhammerpodcast@gmail.com.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Thank you.